In today's session, you will learn how to navigate through the message board. What lives in the message board? This is where internal private messages are stored. This is where you as an employee are able to see status of time off requests. For example, you submit a time off request and your supervisor approves that request. This is where you're alerted as those requests are approved. Three things will happen. You are notified, your timesheet is updated with that specific request, your accrual balances are decremented, but this is just where you're notified if the request was approved or if the request was declined. This is also where you are able to message your supervisor. So right now I'm looking at the icon view. So on here, this is telling me that I have two unread messages. How do you read these messages? There are two ways for you to access your messages. You can click on this gadget here and it's going to take you to your unread messages, or on the top of the screen you have this little envelope here and it says private messages. Either options will take you to the same place. For today, we're just going to click on this gadget labeled messages. Once you access this gadget, you will notice that you have two messages. So one is relating to your request and the other one is a message from your supervisor. So first, let's review your message. On here, it's going to show that you have requested time off and it's going to tell you the status of those requests. So the first request reads you requested 8 hours for February the 12th. That request was declined. However, there is a supervisor note. It's a busy day in the office. Sorry, but unable to approve that day. So you're able to see what's happening with that particular day. Then you proceed and look at the following request, which is for February the 13th. That request was approved. And then you have this other request for February the 14th. That request was also approved. Once you're done reading your messages, you can click on this back arrow and it's going to take you back to your inbox. Once you have read that message, then you'll notice that now only one of them is highlighted. So now let's read this message. On here, it's allowing you to see that your supervisor is sending you a message, and this is labeled for Catherine, and the supervisor is wanting to let the employee know come in this weekend because they're short staffed. Here's the weekend schedule. The supervisor is asking the employee to please verify if they're able to come in or not. So again, your message board is where private messages are stored and also where you can see status of your time off requests. Now, one last thing, right now when we look at your dashboard, this is your icon view. Click on this little silhouette here. We're going to go to settings and we're going to change this to the card view and we're going to save that. I'm going to go back to my dashboard. And so now when I go to my message board, you will notice that I'm able to send private messages here. And this is where you can reply to your supervisor regarding that schedule. You can say, yes, I can work. And then you can submit that request. Your supervisor will receive that message and that will complete that open item. This concludes the message board overview session.